Is Luka able to get in the pick and roll? Is Washington going to be open on the three? We're going to break down all that and so much more. And speaking of betting, we got to talk about some gambling scandals. Like, dang. Everything is just kind of, the timing for everything to me is always fascinating. You know, yesterday news was breaking. I didn't know if you were paying any attention, but you had the whole Jontay Porter situation. Jontay Porter, if you did not know, has been suspended for life by the NBA. Again, this is not Michael Porter Jr. This is his brother with the Raptors. Not very great. A middling player, busted, suspended for life. Over in MLB earlier this year, you had the whole Shohei Ohtani and the Ippei betting scandal with Major League Baseball. Again, Shohei Ohtani is a huge, huge name. But, you know, it's all in this, you know, it's all this interpreter. And then all of a sudden, you know, after Ippei, by the way, you know, pled guilty yesterday in federal court, he'll be sentenced. He's facing up to 33 years for bank fraud, wire fraud, theft, all kinds of, I mean, he's got charges out the wazoo. Facing up to 33 years. He'll be sentenced in October, of course, when we got the whole playoffs and the World Series getting ready to ramp up. But yesterday, MLB came out there, and did you know they suspended 4 players? One player's been suspended forever. He's done. It's gone. It's a lifetime ban. That's the young little Pittsburgh guy, Marcano or whatever.
Nailed it.
Tucipitida, something like that.
Yeah, even better.
Taco Chicho. I can't remember.
Probably now we're making fun of his name.
I know. I'm just saying I don't know. What the whole point of me making fun of his name is we don't know this player.
That's a good point.
So it's not like it's a big deal. Oh, he's suspended a year. Ooh, we don't. I can't, dude. I love baseball and I don't even know who the hell this guy is. Love baseball. They suspend a guy who nobody knows. They also suspend three other minor leaguers for a year. Again, who's paying attention to Michael Kelly, the reliever in the AAA organization of the Oakland Athletics? Anybody paying attention to him? No. Jay Groom, he's another player. Do you know Jay Groom?
No.
Again, it's fascinating how baseball finds these guys to punish that don't really mean anything to the sport. And I'm telling you, Gary Sheffield Jr., he went out on his podcast yesterday and basically was going off and saying, man, with all these people that are involved, and if all these people just want to believe that, you know, like MLB's willing to take all this money from the sports gambling, the most important thing, though, is putting their best foot forward in the integrity of the game, that they're going to do everything to protect it. Ergo, they're going to protect their big-name players. And then they're going to throw the players that don't matter. They're just basically casualties of war. It's part of doing big business now in pro sports with legalized gambling being used during every commercial break. The Jontay Porter stuff, I mean, when you looked at that, at least the whole Jontay Porter stuff I understand, and I get the NBA completely. I understand all the bans. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying, like, if you look at the NBA, crazy large amount comes in on January 6th of over $1 million bet on him on a bunch of totals on an under game. He got with this dude, by the way, have you heard of the guy's name who's also been charged, the Brooklyn guy? Long Phi Bruce Vam.
Is this Jontay's guy?
This is Jontay's guy, the criminal mastermind.
Yeah, he tried to flee the country.
Tried to flee the country and go to Australia on a one-way flight yesterday. Got picked up at what, JFK?
At JFK, that's right.
Yeah, man, he was fleeing the country. He was about to get an Audi. He took his $1 million and he was running, but he got caught. But at least I understand like how that all came about. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very simple to see. Federal prosecutors were involved. When I look over at pro baseball, and I look at the young man who was for the Pirates, who's been suspended for life, by the way. Marcano is his actual name. This poor guy placed 387 bets, totaling just over $150,000. 230 of them were, Major League Baseball. 25 were on the Pirates games. Overs, unders, wins, and losses. He bet against his own team a lot. Problem was that's when they got hot. He lost. He was so bad at gambling. Did you know that he only won 5% of his games?
It's tough.
How in the hell you gonna this dude not only is suspended for life, but he got busted being suspended for losing $150K. He lost $150K, and that's how he got busted. And plus he's injured and he's not playing, and it doesn't matter. Did you see the Michael K numbers?
No.
Bro, this dude's suspended for a year, okay? For a year. He wagered in one play. He wagered $99.22 on an over and under and an individual player's pitcher strikeout total, and he won $28.30.
You talking about Michael Kelly?
Oh, what did I say?
Michael K.
Sorry, not the radio dude.
I was like, what's going on
Michael
here?
Kelly. Michael Kelly.
Yeah.
It was Mad Dog Day.
And this was while he was in the minors.
This
right?
was when he was in the minors.
Okay.
He bet $99 total and
Wow.
22 cents. He won a whole whopping $28.30.
How about that?
Jay Groom. He wagered $453 and lost $453.
A lot of losers in this group.
That's what I'm saying. All these guys are losing their bets, but all these guys, nobody knows who they are. And they've been suspended, and Major League Baseball looks like they're protecting the integrity of the game, don't they? Oh, man, look at Major League Baseball over there doing their thing. They make sure all our bets are safe. But it almost, again, the timing, the day Ippei is pleading guilty in federal court, Major League Baseball finds 4 nobodies, suspends 1 for life and 3 others for 3 years.
Yeah.
Is it me, or is the timing a little bit like, hey, everybody knew Ippei was pleading guilty yesterday, and this story just breaks that day? Look what we've done. By the way, did you notice Major League Baseball, again, for some reason, also reiterated yesterday that the MLB has investigated Shohei Ohtani thoroughly.
Of course, got to.
And that there was no wrongdoing by Shohei. He is a victim. They came out and released that. I heard that on MLB Network also again this morning. So Major League Baseball, while they're taking the money, they're acting like, somewhere, and I hate to say this, Pete Rose has got to be rolling his eyes. Like, man, you got to be kidding me. Now, I want the games because, again, I gamble. I love gambling. I think it's one of the fun things about sports. Watch them, get a little skin in the game. I enjoy it thoroughly. Also want to know that it's real. I don't want it to be rigged. Now, if you listen to some of the federal prosecutors, by the way, in the whole Jonte Porter and now the Bruce Pham case, they are going after Bruce hard. They were talking about how every single strike, every single point, every single play matters, integrity of the sport, and also going in and basically talking about how this is even worse than insider trading almost when it comes to the market. Fraud. Man, so just you enjoy your gambling. Just don't get sneaky, you know what I'm saying? Any young little guys out there who are like in a little frat, you're hanging out with one of your little guys on your football team, don't start whispering in his ear, "Hey, bro, did you see your numbers? Hey, what do you think? You going over or you going under?" Man, you find yourself in a federal lawsuit. Watch out.
I may or may not have been friends with a athlete. No. I didn't do anything wrong. Hold back. I may or may not have been friends with an athlete that may or may not have been a scholarship player at a university I may or may not have attended. And he may or may not have told me that one of his friends from back home would always call him and talked to him about how his team was looking, how the guys were looking, how his teammates were looking, and then would end the conversation every time by saying, "Okay, I'm gonna bet on y'all for this next game." And he'd go, "No, don't tell me that after I just told you all of these things about our team."
Yeah.
So, that may or may not have happened.
Keep that to yourself. But a lot of stuff going on in the world of sports when it comes to gambling. And we, again, into the show, we're doing some gambling. There's some day baseball on by the way, on today. Speaking of gambling, that first game of the day, it's at 12:35. It's the Red Sox and it's the Braves, and I just don't have a feel on that game one way or the other at all.
Yeah.
I really just don't like it.
I don't blame you.
So it's weird to me. I don't like it, and I just don't think I'm going to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Smart.
I don't have any inside information.
That's too bad.
It's a good thing nobody. Could you imagine taking a pro baseball player's advice and the dude only won 5% of his games?
Yeah, the wrong person to take advice from. I mean, because it almost feels smart. Like, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then you find out he's only winning like 4% of his bets. I mean, come on now.
4.5 was just
good
under
Lord.
5%.
4.5. What are you doing?
That's just absolutely pathetic. Now, there is a little baseball that I'm looking at today, and again, this is one of those things where I want to ask you, Mr. Dacus, or you out there at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. Life is too short for ordinary jewelry. Always get the best, always Sissy's Log Cabin. Braves Red Sox 12:35, I don't know anything about, like, the kid pitching for Boston's making only, his third start? I don't even know who this guy is. It's got to be very, very...
For the Braves?
No, for the Braves.
Yeah,
for the Braves.
yes, he's making a second
What
start.
did I say, Boston?
You said Boston.
No, Pavetta's
Nick
pitching for
Pavettas.
Boston.
I was like, I don't think so.
No, but the kid for the Braves...
Yeah, this is his second start.
It's his second start? Yeah, I don't know anything about this kid.
Yeah. Another Spencer.
And right now, if you didn't know the line, it's Atlanta minus 110, Boston minus 110. It feels like it's just a coin flip. Total, by the way, is 9. Don't like that one either way. But if you look over at the Reds and the Rockies at 210, you know last year what we used to do on Graham Ashcraft Day, didn't you?
Ash.
We used to ash, and it worked out really well last year. Now he's 4-3 this season. His ERA is 4.76. It's not very good, but he's won a little more than he's lost. Dakota Hudson, on the other hand.
Dak.
A dude who I like a lot. A good guy. A real good dude. He pitched extremely well in his last outing. Bullpen, of course, faltered and failed him. He looked really good, but man, there's something about Dakota. I hate him pitching in the thin air. His splitter never seems to work, but his last outing, he went 7 innings, gave up only 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walked, was very effective. And let's just be real. This Cincinnati Reds team has been underperforming and have been very light hitting. I kind of got to lean on the Rockies at home plus 125.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both bullpens are terrible.
They are.
Both starting pitchers are pretty blasé.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I trust Dakota Hudson more than Graham Ashcraft.
Interesting.
And I just
Dak.
like plus money at home day baseball on a Wednesday in Colorado.
I tell you what, you want your son to be, or daughter, I guess, to be a professional athlete, name them Dak and send them to Mississippi State. You know, they can't fail.
By the way, Dak, why? Why are you saying that?
Well, because you got Dak Hudson in Major League Baseball, went to Mississippi State, and you got Dak Prescott in the NFL for the Cowboys, America's team.
Yeah,
and
but
he
neither
also went
one
to
of
Mississippi
them
State.
won a lot in the next level.
Well, you know, I mean,
season.
John, would you rather have your job right now or be playing in a major league sport? You know,
Major league sport.
All right. I think there's some pros, maybe some cons to both, but I'd probably take playing in the majors any day.
I would have to say I agree with
So name him Dak, send him to State.
That'll work. By the way, speaking of, Friday, we got basketball finally starting on Thursday, which is great. But you know what's happening this weekend.
The Supers.
Bro, it is. Did you see, Friday night, we got, starting at 11 a.m., I believe, on Friday.
That's right.
We've got baseball, wall-to-wall Friday, wall-to-wall Saturday, wall-to-wall Sunday, college baseball. You're going to hear the ping of the bat all day long. I am fired up. It starts with UConn and Florida State at 11 o'clock. Then you have Evansville and Tennessee at 2, West Virginia and North Carolina at 5, and that's followed up by Kansas State and Virginia. I cannot wait for a little bit of college baseball. The Wildcats, Oregon State. That man, there's just. Mm-hmm. And you know what's so weird is David Cobb mentioned this. Like, it's starting to have. Baseball is having more every single year. It gets more of that NCAA feeling. Like, because every single pitch matters. And we were just talking about, like, the Texas shortstop the other day, again, because I just, from hitting the grand slam and winning a game the night before to making 2 errors in the 8th inning and blowing it, like just to see the ups and downs and remember that these are kids.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I love pro sports. I love pro baseball. I don't know what it is. It seems like, and maybe it's just perception, but does it not seem like the kids care more?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like, damn, this is everything they work for. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of college baseball. But I also have to tell you what I'm looking for today. When I get off work, I'm very excited because I'm going to Buster's Butcher. Now, there's 2 of them. You can go to 199 South Highland Street. That's the one right next to Buster's Liquor Store over in the University District. Or you can stop now at the new one that's just opened up at 5851 Poplar Avenue in Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. You can always go to bustersbutchershop.com. Check out all the goods that they got. They got quality meats, cheeses. They got food prepared daily, charcuterie boards. They got it all. And you need to go talk to Buster's skilled butchers. Man, they not only going to cut exactly what you want and give you everything you need, these guys are cooks. They'll help you in selecting, preparing. They'll give you the finest instructions on their products, how to cook it and make it the best meat around. I'm telling you right now, there's nobody like it. It's Buster's Butcher. Go to bustersbutcher.com or stop by one of their 2 locations. There's nothing else like this in Memphis. Once you start getting your meats from there, man, it's just going to send your food to another level, baby. Buster's Butcher. And again, like 2 for Tuesdays, Wednesdays can be a little double dose of a little 2 for 2. You can stop by the liquor store and get you a big bottle of Tito's because Buster's Liquor Store is the best liquor store around. And now they're also the best butcher shop. Buster's Butcher. Go to bustersbutcher.com. Stop in and see them at 199 South Highland and the new one at 5851 Poplar Avenue in Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. On the other side, we got to switch up gears. We're going to talk a little bit with Dustin Starr. We got to talk about some wrestling, some Redbirds, what's going on in his world. I got some great Hardwood stories. And then we got to talk a little bit later on about, and I can't believe I'm doing this, but I got to bring up the WNBA again.
We won our bet last night, John. Did you bet it?
No, I did not. I did not. I'm so sorry, Dacus.
It was a winner.
It was a winner, and I should have taken it, but
you played it like I did. You had a winner last night.
Man, damn it. I should have done it. I didn't do it. I wish I did. But we got to talk a little bit, and I'm going to ask this question right now. 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255, the Sissy Log Cabin text or listener line. Is Caitlin Clark the biggest sports star currently on the planet? If she was walking down the street, would she be the most recognizable? And I'm not saying that just amongst sports fans. It's kind of like Chas, my girl. Y'all know her. She lives with me. She thought David Deal, who, played left tackle for the New York Football Giants, 2-time Super Bowl champ, protected Eli Manning. After we talked with David and he left, she was like, I didn't know he was an Ole Miss Rebel. And I was like, what?
What?
He won 2 Super Bowls with the Rebels. I was like, no, dear. Eli did play.
That's great.
Eli played at Ole Miss.
That.
You are right. He played at
That's great.
the New York Football Giants, and he played for Illinois in college. So, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great.
But let me tell you something. If Caitlin Clark was walking down the street, she knows who the hell Caitlin Clark is.
Interesting.
So I'm curious, man, right now. I mean, I think LeBron James could walk by her. She would be like, damn, that's a big guy.
Oh, that's same with Melinda. LeBron James could walk right by her, and she would have no idea who he is.
I was going to say, I don't know if Chas would know. She knows, like, I talk about him.
Sure.
Like, she wouldn't.
She said that she referenced, Melinda referenced LeBron James last night in something that had nothing to do with LeBron James. She just goes, I just wanted to reference a sports player, and I know he plays sports. I said, okay, whatever.
Mike Trout.
Oh, nobody would
Could
recognize
walk
Mike
in
Trout.
anywhere and nobody would recognize him.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, hell, on Jeopardy yesterday, Russell Westbrook was an easy question on the sports question of Jeopardy. I'm bringing
saw
this in
that,
the hard
yeah.
way. They show a picture of Russell Westbrook, 3 people who are answering the most difficult questions in the world. Couldn't come up with an answer.
study
One
the
of them,
sports
one of them
players.
was like Kevin Durant. No,
Close. I mean,
hey, he was a basketball player. Very proud.
played together.
But seriously, all those people on Jeopardy, I guarantee you, Caitlin Clark walk up in that joint.
John, and I
know she is.
and I'm genuinely curious. If Connor McDavid walked into the studio
Dude,
sitting
I
in
would
right
have
now,
no-
no clue.
I know who he
Nobody
is
would
because
know who
I joked
Connor
around
McDavid is.
all week and go,
Uh-huh.
he skates really fast.
Oh, he sure does, and lights it up.
Is he an Oiler?
Bingo, John.
By the way, I got a story in Hardwood about the Oilers fan who showed her tatas.
Wow, is she like on OnlyFans now?
No,
Parlay
she's
that
got
into a good
She's got
subscription.
offers, 6-figure offers all over
sure.
the place. Man, we got so much to get to. Don't touch the dial. Dustin Starr's next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Five Ash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Make your next grill your last with a Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Save money on fuel, eating out, and replacing expensive grills that cannot match the flavor of the Big Green Egg. Ready to cook in only 10 to 15 minutes with temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between with ease. Change your at-home cooking experience for life. Go to shop.biggreenegg.com.
This show sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. 2024 is halfway over. What's something you've done this year that you're proud of? Keep up the good work with a moment every week to hit pause and reset in therapy. BetterHelp offers affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Take a moment with BetterHelp. Just visit betterhelp.com/succeed today and you'll get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/succeed.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on a shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding and a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now at O'Reilly, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $9 and receive 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It is a hump day in the Mid-South, and I want all y'all out there If y'all care about your meat, only get it from one shop, and that's the place that prepares your meat perfectly every time. That's Buster's Butcher. Yes, you can stop by their liquor store and get the best. They got Tito's, they got Jack Daniels, they got little Don Julio. They got it all over at Buster's Liquor Store, and they also got all of it over at Buster's Butcher Shop. They got the meats, they got the cheeses, they got everything you need and more. They have 2 locations, 5851 Poplar Avenue in Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. Also have the OG at 199 South Highland Street right there next to the liquor store over in the University District. They're open from 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 12 to 6 on Sunday. Stop by Buster's Butcher Shop. They're a cut above, baby. Now, it's time to talk with Dustin Starr. He is our wrestling savant. He's also the man amongst town all the time, everywhere you go. If you're in the FedEx Forum, you're going to see him. If you're at AutoZone, you're going to see him. If you're at the Wrestle Center, you're going to see him. He's Dustin Starr. What's up, homie?
Man, oh, yeah. I'm getting all fired up because we're just a couple of weeks away from this AutoZone Park wrestling night. We've got a baseball homestand on the way. And also, I'm sitting here watching a little luchador wearing a Dustin Starr mask running around the house, riding down this slide upside down and backwards. How about you?
Dude, that sounds like you're having a pretty productive day.
Yes, I am. We've been redesigning, but updating websites and doing all that. And, of course, delivering the show. This week's show, every single match is a championship match. So it's a big show we call Championship Saturday, so we're getting ready for that, too.
So you got a lot going on at the Wrestle Center.
Man, yeah. We just had Gabe Sapolsky, a WWE talent scout, in over the weekend. We actually went to Osceola, Arkansas, where they do some real wrestling out there. You can only imagine in Osceola. Love it. So we went out there, watched some wrestling, had our seminar on Saturday, and then, of course, our big TV taping on Sunday with Tommy Dreamer. And, man, Memphis wrestling fans just love Tommy Dreamer.
They just showed out.
Yeah, man. It was like people tailgating in the parking lot. They had a grill out there cooking burgers and dogs. And Gabe was our guest in town. Of course, Dreamer too, but Dreamer's been several times. So Gabe comes. He's like, "Man, what are they doing out there? They're like tailgating at this wrestling show." I'm like, "Yes." It was such a good time.
Dude, where is exactly the Wrestle Center?
Okay, it's 3296 Winbrook Drive. If you're just driving through, it looks like an office building. So it's kind of hidden. There's 2 decals on the window just because they won't let us have this big signage, which also is a good idea not to have it. It's kind of cool that you don't know it's there until it's time to know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of just, I don't want to say it's hidden, but it's kind of camouflaged in some office buildings.
Dude.
But in between Brooks and Winchester.
Brooks and Winchester. So,
yes, sir.
So y'all were out there at the Wrestle Center. How did y'all find some talent? Tell me a little bit about what happened Saturday.
Well, so 2 of our biggest dudes on the roster, Aaron Roberts. He's our internet champion. He's 420 pounds, and he just turned 23 years old. He's about 6'5". So here's a guy that you wouldn't say, "Hey, go drop 30 pounds to get back to me." No, you're like, dude, your size is what makes you. So also he's very athletic. He can drop kick you and, gets in the ring and has 10, 15, 20-minute matches and sometimes not breathing hard. So I think he did very good. He was impressive. Our Memphis Heritage champion, he's another big guy, 387 pounds. The Wrestle Center just goes nuts for him, and there's just something about a 387-pound guy that can jump up and kick you in the top of the head. Just very athletic and agile, so he did very good. A couple of others, Ray Sanders, he's a Memphis Wrestling Tag Team champion with us and does some coaching at the Wrestle Center as well. He was very impressive because year over year, when these talent scouts come back, if you're not showing, if you're not in better shape and you're not moving in the ring better and it's just kind of the same thing, what are we doing here? So Ray's a guy that really took it seriously, and I think the last time that Gabe saw him, he was actually refereeing. And a lot of guys in training and gals in training, they'll referee some matches just so they can get a little bit more experience and get their footing in the ring. It's just like any other sport. Your footwork is very, very important, and just your ring awareness. So Ray actually was training to wrestle, became one of our top referees, and now he's one of our top wrestlers. So just to see the progress of 1 year, for a scout to see Ray Sanders 1 year after the next, it's like, whoa, okay, brother, keep going.
So the problem child, he stole the internet championship from or he beat up, I guess, Mike Anthony.
Well, so the problem child, Aaron Roberts, he's been going at it pretty good with the Boz.
The
Tim
boss.
Bosby.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a 19-year-old prospect that has been doing very, very good. So he actually was, and he's actually been flying to some of the WWE events and stuff. I think age is something that, like our Wrestle Center trainees are so young at this point, some of them can't rent a car. You know what I mean? They're 18, but they're not 21. They can't rent a car, so it's really hard to hire somebody to be talent somewhere that you have to fly and rent cars and do all that kind of stuff if they're not really old enough to do it. So I think time sometimes can hold, I don't want to say hold back, but, prevent them from getting signed even faster than
So
what
when
they
you
would
have
like.
to go out there and get you an older lady, man, you need to
There
get
you go,
to
brother.
Miss Elizabeth.
Well, see, you and I, we're in our 40s. We know this by now. He's still young. He doesn't know.
He's still learning, man. Come on, young fella. Oh, man. So what's Big John Dalton, man? He's been up to?
Oh, man, I'm glad you mentioned that. He just won the tag titles with Buff Bagwell. Then Buff's not able to defend the titles with him. So this weekend we'll see who his mystery tag team partner is, and it's going to be a former WCW tag team champion from what Buff Bagwell says. But Dalton, he's another one of those guys, man. Look, he plays baseball at Ingomar. He coaches Little League Baseball. I think he does the shot put. He's broke some records in bench press and in just lifting at his school. We've got a fundraiser coming up for Ingomar Baseball in September, and the dude is like 18 years old.
Damn.
It's pretty incredible. He's a 300-pounder. He's not done growing. 19 years old, man.
The baby
it's like,
face beast.
Yes, he definitely has that baby face. That, like I said, that's going to be something that's like, dude, you still look like a kid. But when you get a puppy and he's got these big old paws, everybody says, man, that dog's going to be huge. It's kind of like Big John Dalton. You're just looking at him going, dang, man, in 5 years, what are you going to be?
All right, Dustin, I got to switch gears real quick because I got somebody who's texting me at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255. They want to know, I don't know if this is something that's going around. I have no idea if you even know anything about this, but he said, who killed WCW?
Oh, man, there's a lot of controversy on this thing. There's a new documentary that I think was either directed or written or something by The Rock and his production company, Seven Bucks Production. And Ric Flair was so mad. He was so mad because they didn't reach out to him. When you think of WCW,
you think of
Ric Flair,
mm-hmm.
right? Like he was the man. They did not interview Ric Flair for The Rock's production of Who Killed WCW. And it was a big thing on the internet. So I think some of the guys that were there and, know what happened, it's been well documented for so many years. I think The Rock just wanted to get a different perspective from it. You interview the same guys over and over again, you get the same stories over and over again. So maybe there's something different about this one. Now, I did not get to see it. What was last night? Oh, gosh. I can't remember. I was watching Jordan Grace.
The reason they asked this is because it premiered on June 4th, so it premiered last night.
I was watching Jordan Grace. She's the TNA wrestling champion, and she was on NXT, so they're doing some cross-promotional stuff. But I will watch that. I'm very interested to see. But there was a lot of controversy with it where Ric Flair was angry that he didn't get reached out to. Like, he was calling The Rock out on social media.
Oh,
like,
damn.
Hey, man, how can you talk WCW and you're not talking about the man at WCW? So there's a little ego involved in there, too. But he's right. He's right. Ric Flair was, very much the heart and soul of WCW.
Man, oh man, I didn't even know all this stuff was going down. There's always something crazy going on in the world of wrestling in there.
Oh, absolutely. It's never a dull moment. I say on TV day, like on the Sundays that we have TV, it could be like 5 a.m. when I open up my eyes. I'm not getting up yet, but I'm going to open up my eyes.
So,
and I roll over, and I'm like, did anybody text me yet? Sunday of TV, that's the worst, is opening up your phone and having text messages at 5 a.m. There's always something going on in the wrestling business.
I was going to say, for a 12 o'clock bell, like that's when y'all ring the bell, right? 12 o'clock on Sunday.
Well, we have our VIP at 12:30, and then we ring the bell at 1:30.
At 1:30.
So, yeah, we're there early.
So yeah, it's a very early start and a late end, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's we start at 1:30 and we end at about 4:15.
No, I'm talking about for you though. You don't just get to
Oh,
walk out
for
at
me,
4:30 and go
dude.
home.
If I roll over at 5 a.m. and look at my phone, it's that I'm thinking somebody's calling out or somebody had a flight trouble or something. So those are very hectic days. But I'll get at the Wrestle Center at 9 a.m. and I probably will not leave until 6 p.m. or after, just because you do a quick cleanup and got to get everybody out of there. But actually, we keep the show runtime a little bit shorter because I know that, gosh, if me and Reese the Beast went to a wrestling show and it lasted 4 hours, there is no way we're staying the whole time. He does not have that attention span. So
I totally get that. All right, now I got to ask you. So the next big thing, you got a little bit of a break, don't you, right now?
yeah, it's a little bit of a break, but we're gearing up for something big. We've got a couple of weeks, and then we're at AutoZone Park with the Redbirds, baby.
June 22nd.
June 22nd. Those tickets are on sale. You'll start seeing more of the marketing and commercials and stuff for that. But we've got former WWE star Enzo Amore is coming. And, of course, the stars of Memphis Wrestling will be there. So just like last year, man, it's a 6:35 first pitch. So I would imagine the gates are at 5:35. So you'll have some wrestling matches at 5:35 when the gates open. And then we'll throw out the first pitch. And, of course, there'll probably be some shenanigans during the baseball game. You know how Rocky the Rockin' Redbird is. And then there's going to be fireworks and then a huge match as you walk out the door. And I'm sure it's going to involve Rocky and Enzo in some capacity.
Nice. All right, and then after that, so Saturday we were going to be at the AutoZone, and then the next day is your TV taping. I'm sure Enzo's going to be a part of that, isn't he?
Yeah, Enzo will be there, and also AJ Francis, who is in TNA Wrestling. Tommy Dreamer was there this weekend, and he looked at the poster on the wall. He's like, man, you got AJ and Enzo at the same time? That's going to be really entertaining. So Tommy Dreamer put his stamp of approval on it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, now I got to switch gears because it's still combat sports and it's still wrestling. It's not wrestling, but it's actually fighting. But Logan Paul's into the wrestling thing. You heard about the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul stuff getting canceled, didn't you?
Yeah, I think last week we were saying, will it be canceled because of what happened? And they were trying to keep it hush-hush, medical emergency and all that stuff. Who took his place? Because I saw they were about to announce it.
Oh, man. See, I have no idea. I didn't know it actually... Dacus, do you have any idea who replaced
I know that,
Mike Tyson?
I have not seen anything now.
Okay, well, I know Logan Paul sent out kind of a funny tweet saying, all right, so, brother versus brother, like he was going to fight his brother instead of Mike Tyson. That's very unfortunate, though. Like, I was very excited to see Mike Tyson beat him up, but then also after that press conference where they were kind of goofing around, I was
buddy.
Come on. Yeah, it's kind of like, I want to see you guys not like each other.
The thing about this is that I just remembered, do you realize that Jake Paul fought on the undercard of the Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson fight? He fought Nate Diaz.
I do remember. I don't remember the fight, but I do remember him. He's been around for a minute, it seems like.
I'm just saying, how did Jake Paul all of a sudden go from fighting Nate Diaz to where he's worthy of fighting Mike Tyson? But Mike Tyson is 57 freaking years old.
Money, too, and the popularity that he and his brother, talking about Jake, he and his brother have, it sells some tickets. So that's why Logan is so successful in WWE. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a very good athlete, talks on the mic, he's shredded. He looks and works the part, too, but he's so popular outside of the WWE. He brings a whole new audience in to see him, which is very cool, That's the new generation, baby.
All right, now I got a question for you. Is there a bigger star on planet Earth right now than Caitlin Clark?
Ooh, okay, so...
I pushed back against this yesterday when I was asked, because I was like, oh, hell no. And then actually I had to do a little bit of real thinking about it. And when I realized, Chas even knows who Caitlin Clark is, and LeBron James could walk up to her and she'd have no idea who LeBron James is.
That's funny. That's hilarious. I saw Stephen A. Smith getting toe up on online, or not online, on the TV show about his lack of support of women's basketball. Man, she's all over the place. Now, it just I think it was you and I that was talking about Cody Rhodes. He looks like such a villain, but he's the biggest babyface. Is that Caitlin Clark? Where... I don't know. For some reason, people act like she's a villain, but really, I don't think she's done anything other than play basketball. So she's really the babyface, right?
Yeah, they got her. I think she's more of the good girl, and I think they're casting Angel Reese more as the villain if we're doing heroes and villains. I think that's how they're kind of doing it. But you know
think
what?
it's
This
awesome.
is like, I have to say that the crazy thing is about this, and I'm going to probably do a segment. I guess I'm starting it right now, but I was always, no news is bad news. Like if they're not talking about you, that's bad news. All
Right.
news is good news. And drama sells. That's why The Young and the Restless has been on for like 30 years. And
Yes.
right now, we're not talking about actually the WNBA games. We're talking about like people being mean to Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese talking trash about Caitlin Clark. Like it's more about drama, but again, it's still they're talking about it. And people get so upset that Caitlin Clark was hip checked by that one girl. Like they were so
I know.
upset. They were like assault charges.
It was great.
Do we not remember when Myles Garrett almost killed Mason Rudolph on the football field? Like almost ripped his head completely off. And like nobody's upset about that, but they're like, "Oh, Caitlin Clark." So I mean, again, it's more of just basically built-in drama, and
It's
like
great.
things that we want to look for.
It's great marketing. It really is. Like when I scroll through my news feed and I see these videos, and I know what you're talking about because when I scroll through Instagram or Facebook, and of course I follow a lot of basketball with the Grizzlies and Hustle and all that kind of stuff and post about it and everything. So I get a lot of it, but I'm getting a lot of Caitlin Clark. I'm getting a lot of women's basketball in my news feed, which I think is really good. Hasn't ever happened in the past. And again, I watch a lot of clips and stuff from basketball, and I don't remember ever seeing so much about women's basketball. I think it's awesome. And again, the Stephen A. getting owned on the TV show was tremendous. He was like speechless. I don't know if you've seen that clip, but basically
Monica McNutt, I believe is her
Nailed
name.
it.
Dude, look
Yeah,
at me.
you could have been doing this 3 years ago, Stephen A. You've got the platform. And he was like, oh, that's how it is? Like, yeah, bro, you could have. You
Yeah.
didn't.
I'll tell you one thing. I bet I wouldn't have wanted to been her like when they went to break.
Oh, my gosh, I know, right? Especially if that wasn't, some things just kind of happen on the cuff, but then some of it's like, like reality TV. Like, it's real, but it's also a little
It's
bit
kind
staged.
of,
But
yeah, like, you know.
yeah. It would have been interesting to see when they went to commercial break. It was probably pretty quiet, actually.
I bet it was. All right, so do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you got coming down the pipe, what all you people are doing. And by the way, again, congratulations on being a girl dad coming up soon. That's just,
I cannot wait.
it's still pretty awesome. I did want to ask you this real quick because I forgot to do this to anybody else this week. But, like, I don't have any little boys. I have daughters. Daughters ask dads for things. You'll give your daughter anything you want to. Like, I mean, if your daughter asks for it, like, it's just, you just do it. You can't help it. If I had a son, though, and he asked for something, I don't think I would do jack for him. I'd be like, like, once you're 18, I'm like, you're a grown-ass man. Go do it yourself.
Well, we're almost there. I mean, Brady's 15.
I know,
He's
that's
gonna
why
be
I'm
16
asking
coming
you.
up.
Because he's about to get jealous, man.
His girlfriend just drove him over to the house. Like, what? I feel so old. Like, we're all going to eat lunch here in just a second, and Emma drove Brady over to the house, and I was like, oh, wow. Like,
see, Brady figured it out. You got to go older sometimes.
That's right.
Proud of it.
Oh, man. Well, we're gearing up for June 22nd. That's AutoZone Park Wrestling Night. It's very cool. There's going to be fireworks after the game. There's going to be matches after the game. And then also, I think it's the first 1,500 fans get a Redbirds soccer jersey. So all sorts of stuff going down on the 22nd. Then the 23rd, we've got AJ Francis and Enzo going to be in the house. You can get those tickets, all those tickets at MemphisWrestling.tv. We're gearing up for our Memphis Wrestling Kids Camp at the end of July.
What?
And then,
I didn't know you were doing a kids camp.
Yeah. It's, creative development, creating a character, working out with the wrestlers, maybe running the ropes, rolling around. No, actually wrestling matches. I mean, of course,
I
that's
know,
too
but that'll
dangerous.
be so much fun.
Yeah, this will be very, very cool. We're looking at 2 days at the end of July, so we'll be releasing that coming up here very soon. But just a whole lot of stuff going on, man. I love it. Get your information, MemphisWrestling.tv.
Well, go enjoy lunch, Dustin. I appreciate it. Everybody follow him at Dustin Starr. That's with 2 R's, and always listen to him on Wednesday. Be blessed, big homie.
Oh, yeah. You too, brother. Thank you, man.
That is Dustin Starr. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back in 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Summer's heating up, and so are the savings at Choate's. We've got 3 incredible offers to make your season spectacular. First up, our Grill and Chill with Choate Summer Special. Upgrade your HVAC system and choose between a free Yeti cooler or a Green Egg grill on select systems. Then power through any outage with Choate's generators. Be one of the first 50 customers to buy a generator and score a massive 75-inch TV or an iPad. Also, don't forget about our tankless water heater offer. Purchase a tankless water heater from Choates and receive a premium toilet free. Don't wait. These offers are too good to last. Turn to the experts with Choates and call 347-8086 or visit us online today for your free estimate. Now introducing Choates Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Generators. Choates, let our family serve your family.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises. Just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it. Because you're not just taking the bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, vegan and gluten-free options available, convenience, and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com. So whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli is wholesome food and no surprises.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. And in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
Keep it twisted all year long with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea is real iced tea that packs a punch with 5% alcohol. Tastes great at the beach, the mountains, or even in your backyard. Look for the bright yellow Twisted Tea flavors. Responsibly. Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
I get no down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get no down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get no down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. This hour is always brought to you by Buster's Butcher. That's right, Buster's ain't just a liquor store no more. They got their liquor stores, the best liquor stores in town. Go get your Tito's there. But now they have the best butcher shop, period. Buster's Butcher. They're at 199 South Highland, right there in the University District, right next to their liquor store. You know, Poplar Highland, you know exactly where it's at. Everybody knows where Buster's is. Plus, they now have a second location, 5851 Poplar Avenue in the Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. They're open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. Go get your meat. Man, if you want a big old tomahawk steak, they'll cut it for you. If you want some poultry, they got you. You wouldn't go out there and just check it out. It's just different. It's the best cuts of meat. They can help you with your preparation and how to cook it. You can also go online at bustersbutcher.com. Come see why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher. Now, I mentioned Caitlin Clark because I woke up this morning. What's the first thing that I saw when I woke up this morning? Angel Reese. She was suspended. No, she got thrown out of the game.
She did, ejected.
Ejected because I guess, so did Angel Hernandez quit freaking umpiring baseball and go to the WNBA?
That's right.
Because I don't know if you know this, it's not about you guys. Quit throwing our stars out. But what she got thrown out for is actually so weak. It was ridiculous, but guess what we were talking about today?
What's that?
WNBA.
That's right.
Again. WNBA. I can name players, but I don't know much about the games.
Mm-hmm.
again, we are always talking about the drama. We have not talked about, like, what are the Indiana Fever, that's her name? That's her
right.
team?
Yeah.
They've won 2 games, right, this year?
I think so.
Not a very good record. But damn it, like 17,000 people showing up at all her games. And everybody's watching these bad boys. So again, it's different. And it does seem like, but my question is it sustainable? Like, if we don't start talking about the actual sport, is the drama going to continue and is it going to keep feeding us? Now, right now, with the NBA playoffs not being on, college baseball is not till Friday. Major League Baseball is about all you got. And I hate to say this, as much as I love baseball, people ain't freaking out right now in the middle of June about baseball, you know? I hate that, but it's just the truth.
Sure.
But damn, everybody and their grandmother's talking about Angel and Caitlin Clark, and people take it like to so many places. People like turn it into like politics, and then they turn it into race, and then it's this, and it's drama, and it's blah, 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 blah. But again, it's not real. And what I mean is, like, everything we're all freaking out about, like, people are really freaking out about that girl, Kennedy Chandler, or Chinity, whatever. The girl who hit Caitlin Clark. They were going off about how just terrible of a person she is, and oh my gosh, she's a villain, and just they've just been like throwing this girl under the bus. But yet again, do you know the defensive player of the year was last year?
I don't.
Wasn't it Myles Garrett?
What?
Was it not Myles Garrett?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the WNBA.
No, defensive player. No, I'm just saying NFL is like, dude, when you're talking defense, man, you're talking NFL, brother. Sorry. Nobody's talking about Rudy Gobert in the NBA, and I don't know. I don't know anything about on-court WNBA basketball. So, of course, we're talking NFL.
Oh, my bad.
But what I'm saying is do you not remember when Myles Garrett almost killed Mason Rudolph and ripped his helmet off?
That was crazy.
People are more upset about Caitlin Clark getting hip checked than Myles Garrett ripping a man's head off.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's not real, right? It's just contrived.
Mm-hmm.
And Angel Reese, wow, she got thrown out of a basketball game. People really didn't watch that basketball game, but they were this morning like, dude, see, I told you Angel Reese is a you-know-what. She's such a villain. She got 2 technical fouls or something. Again, no news is bad news. All news is good news. In WNBA, we're talking about it. But it has nothing to do with anything on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Other than people getting hit on the court. But damn, man, they making some money. And by the way, again, Caitlin Clark right now, did you ever come to the thing? Like, I had a couple text people say, yeah, she's the biggest star on the planet when it comes to sports.
How about that?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That's crazy. And she don't even look like Anna Kournikova. Don't touch the dial. We're back in 2 shakes.
It's the event you've been waiting for all year. The 66th Annual St. Louis Hole-in-One Charity Festival. Sunday, June 16th through Saturday, June 22nd. Golfers can win cash and prizes every night, along with a chance to win $25,000 towards a city auto vehicle purchase select nights. Then, a chance to win $1 million the final night. Plus, there are cornhole tournaments every night with cash and prizes. And there's more. Beer, Pepsi products, Prairie Farms ice cream, hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue ribs, pizza, and even the famous Hole-in-One barbecue bologna sandwich. Friday and Saturday nights, there are kids' carnival rides, as well as children's golf Saturday 2 to 4. Golfers, grab your clubs. Cornholers, practice your aim. Families, bring the kids. In Memphis, there's something for everyone. You're invited to the biggest party of the year at St. Louis Church, 203 South White Station Road. The 66th Annual St. Louis Hole-in-One Charity Festival. Sunday through Saturday, June 16th through the 22nd. Fun, family, and fabulous prizes all week.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Gotta change my oil.
How about new Valvoline Restore and Protect? It restores and protects your engine to run like new.
Get in the zone,
It restores your engine to, like, factory clean?
And protects.
Get in the zone.
So Valvoline Restore and Protect restores and protects.
Now you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for $37.99.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Everyone needs protection, whether you're on the field or on the road, so make sure you have the best. Bob Simpson State Farm Insurance can buckle you up with auto insurance, can back you up with life and health insurance, cover your business whether it's starting, growing, or maturing, and don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56.
We might be right around.
It is a beautiful Wednesday in the Mid-South, and guess what? That means we are one day closer to the NBA Finals. I am fired up. It's tomorrow night. I can't wait. Finally, we're going to do a little bit of basketball, and it's not going to be about the drama in the WNBA. It's going to be about Boston and Dallas, the Kyrie, the whole Luka situation. We got two guys playing out of their minds right now. Howard Gafford and Lively going to be able to match up against Porzingis. He's going to be able to pull them from the paint. There's all kinds of matchups we're going to break up here when we talk about that tomorrow night. Then also, don't forget, did you know that Friday we have Alan Nosey joining us at 12 o'clock?
How about that? We got another race.
Yes, we do. Do you know which race it is?
Couldn't tell you. Twin Peaks.
It's the one in New York.
Whistling Straits.
No, it's
the Derby.
It goes Kentucky Derby. Then it's the Belmont, correct?
And the I know this one, John. It's the
Preakness. Preakness is in the middle.
This is the Belmont Stakes.
Yeah, Belmont's New York.
I got it right, John.
All right, I do know that. But the thing is I might not sound like I know anything because I don't know anything about the horses.
I don't either, John.
But do you know who does?
Alan Nosey.
Damn right he does. And remember, he's already gotten me one win at the Kentucky Derby.
Sure did.
Also gave me the winner of the race before the Derby.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Where the little girls race? The fillies?
Yeah.
Damn it, I won money on it and I can't remember.
But I can't remember what it is.
I love winning money. The point is, at 12 o'clock on Friday, Alan Nosey is joining us because we're going to win some money. He says he's fired up for the 156 Belmont Stakes.
The Kentucky Oaks.
The Kentucky Oaks is the one that we won a bunch of money on. I won a bunch of money on the Oaks and the Derby. And then we did really good last week. In fact, he did so good it's not even funny. He killed it last week. I I didn't bet the Preakness nearly as heavy as I did the Derby because, one, the first race of the year, the first horse race of the year, you're excited, the field's larger, you're ready to throw your money around. And then after you win 2 races, you feel like the odds of winning again are decreased huge. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm like, yo, I don't know if you know, but I was sitting a little bit taller after that 2 minutes of the Kentucky Derby. I was fired up, hit for a couple G's. You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
Woo-wee! And then during the Preakness, so I put just a little bit of money on it. And guess what? Nosy hit.
Wow.
So I still won a little bit of money. So I'm just like, hell, I'm going all in on the Belmont. He says he feels really good about the Belmont. So 12 o'clock, we're going to be talking about the Belmont with Alan Nosey. Tomorrow, NBA Finals. Friday, we also have college baseball starting back up. Fired up about that. But right now, I got to tell you, we are going to talk about something that's going on tomorrow night, and it doesn't have anything to do with the NBA. Do you know that I'm about to give away some tickets? Did you know that I have tickets to give away?
Yeah, John, I did.
Dirk Diggler is coming to Memphis. What?
Wrong.
Dirk Diggler is coming to
Wrong.
Radiance Amphitheater
Wrong.
tomorrow night. Then who's coming tomorrow?
Dirks Bentley. I mean, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay, hold on. You told me that when you said Dirk, I just
Uh-huh.
figured it was Dirk Diggler from Boogie Nights.
Yeah. No, wrong.
Do you know who actually plays Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights?
I don't, actually.
Mark Wahlberg.
Is that right? Wow.
Did you know Mark Wahlberg is 53 today?
Happy birthday, Marky
That's
Mark.
why I thought it was Dirk Diggler. He was coming to celebrate his birthday tomorrow at Radiance Amphitheater, but no, it's Dirk Bentley. Dirks Bentley. And he's a country music singer.
He's a country music singer.
And guess what? He's a really good one.
He absolutely is.
And guess what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to give away 2 pair of tickets, not just a pair of tickets.
Wow.
I'm giving away 2 pair of tickets. Do you know what that means? 2 people are going to get a pair. So that's 4 total tickets.
How about that?
Pretty. You got the math? You following? Are you still like measuring Dirk Diggler over there? What are you doing?
No, I got you, John.
Okay, you got me. Well, the way we're going to do
kind of
it,
going crazy right now.
the way we're going to give away these tickets is very simple. All you have to do is text me, I want to see Dirks Bentley, not Dirk Diggler, tomorrow night. And if you send me your email address and just put your name, I'll shoot you the tickets later on this afternoon. Sound good? Is this Dirks?
It's him, drunk on a plane. It sounds like you.
Wait a second, drunk on a plane? is
Sounds
the
like
name of the
you.
song?
Oh yeah. Maybe you and Dirks, 2 peas in a pod. I can't play all of this because I don't know the lyrics.
I'm
of this.
getting drunk on a plane.
like
Is that
it-
what? Hey,
That is what it
I've
said.
never heard that song, but I bet you that was the next line.
Yeah, I'll go back to it.
I'm getting drunk on a plane.
No, I don't trust it because you know what happens when you're drunk on a plane. You don't know what's happening next. I don't know what's happening next in the song, so I gotta turn it off.
Speaking of airplanes
Not
and
familiar
Dirk
with this
Diggler,
Dirk
did you know
Bentley
that
song.
Boeing shot a rocket into outer space?
Yeah, you just nabbed one of my hardwood stories. John.
Oh, damn it, dude. I'll hold on to it. We'll talk about it later in Hardwood, but I will say, though, it is kind of scary. They can't get you to Washington safely, but they're going to get you into outer space.
John, I wouldn't trust it, but hey, that's
By
just
the
me.
way, where the hell are they sending this rocket? Like, where is it going? Like, it's got people on it. Where are they sending that junk to?
The International Space Station.
Were they going to go just chill up in space for a little bit?
I
guess they got to.
Well, they're like.
Are they just trying to see if these people live?
Well, they're trying to see if like I was reading about it. They're I guess trying to see if this spaceship can like deliver cargo and like different things to the International Space Station.
Different things. Okay.
Different things, and it's going to come back, John. And instead of most people when they return from space, they land in the ocean. This one is going to have
Splash down.
parachutes that's going to help them land, which I don't know.
And they're going to land on the ground?
I guess so.
I don't know if you know this. It's probably no. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
It doesn't sound like a good idea. Maybe they parachute into the ocean.
Now,
I have
you
no idea how it
remember the
works.
old school space shuttle used to like fly in
Sure.
and land
Yeah.
like on a runway.
Right.
Doot. Now, why don't they just land on a runway now?
I don't know. I guess it must be safer to do it in the ocean.
I mean, I figured it'd be safe in the ocean, but like landing on the ground's a lot harder than the ocean.
I guess so.
Well, good luck, Mr.
Good
Boeing.
luck.
By the way, maybe Boeing should like worry more about airplanes right now than spaceships, and that's why they're like people are getting sucked out of airplanes.
Maybe.
How did we get on to?
Because we were talking about getting drunk on a plane, and that great reminder, John, you can win Dierks Bentley tickets by texting 901-360-8255. Tell us you want it. Go get drunk at Dierks Bentley's concert. How about that?
Oh, and by the way,
Drinking
the way
Tito's.
I'm going to tell people who won the Dierks Bentley, not only do you need to text me, Dierks Bentley, I want to go see, and put your email address, I want you to tell me your favorite Mark Wahlberg movie. Because he did play in Boogie Nights, and this dude's been in a lot because it's his 53rd birthday.
Yeah, how about
and
that?
I thought he was coming to Radiant's Amphitheater.
What is my favorite Mark
He's in
Wahlberg
the Departed.
movie? He's
also in Ted with the little cussing teddy bear.
He's in Invincible. Isn't that Mark Wahlberg?
Is that Vinny Papala?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's in that one, I think.
I'm
pretty sure that he plays Vinny
He
Papala.
is. He's in a couple of cop shows. He plays a great cop. His brother also plays a cop in the show Blue Bloods. Donnie Wahlberg. Yo, Donnie.
Donnie's not the popular one, though.
No, Mark is. Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. Happy birthday, Marky Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark.
All right, well, we've given away tickets. We have some people who have now texted in.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We got some winners for Dierks Bentley. This dude said his favorite Marky Mark movie, Two Guns. Do you know that movie?
Not familiar with it. You familiar with it?
Not off the top of my head.
Must not be a good movie then.
Man, don't be just. Hey, dude, this is a texter, bro.
Oh, I actually do know this movie.
Come on now.
It's Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington. It is actually a really good movie.
Oh, man, Denzel Washington, Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg
how
together in a
about that?
movie? It's probably pretty good.
Two peas in a pod.
Probably pretty good. Now, speaking of Mark Wahlberg and Denzel being pretty good at their roles, what do you think about Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, of course, Drew Holiday, and the whole situation with what we got starting up tomorrow night? Talking about NBA playoffs, I got to know. A lot of people out there are making me feel really, really uncomfortable because I've been basically leaning on the Mavericks. Been leaning on the Mavericks for one simple reason. I trust in late game situations Kyrie and Luka as closers more than I trust Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday and Al Horford and Derek White. I just trust the ball in those two guys' hands to find an open P.J. Washington, to throw a lob to Derek Lively, to get one to Gafford, to hit a big step-back three-pointer, for Kyrie to use his left hand off the glass. Like, they just play in the postseason. I think that's why the Indiana Pacers, I've said it more than once, in the postseason, you have to play in the half court. You have to be able to play in clutch time, the final 5 minutes. The way you close out quarters is crucial in the NBA. We saw the Dallas Mavericks against the Minnesota Timberwolves game in and game out. The final 3 minutes of that quarter, they would close them out. You look at just the last game, Game 5 in Minnesota, they closed the first quarter out on a 17-1 run and then a 17-4 run in the second quarter and buried them. We're talking about games are right there. But when the possessions matter, when you're playing in the half court, do you trust anybody more than Luka and Kyrie right now? It's hard to say I trust anybody more than them. Even though when you look on the other side with Boston, you see you got a Drew Holiday, a Jason Tatum, a Jaylen Brown, a Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Devin White. I mean, they got it all. They got dudes left and right. But again, Boston relies on the three. They do have an elite defense, by the way. They have a suffocating defense. I mean, you look at the things that start scaring me, and a lot of people are telling me I'm looking past this Boston team because I'm looking at the East and the West, and I'm looking at the strength of a West as a whole, and I'm not seeing the individual pieces of this basketball team. And I could be a prisoner of that. Again, I saw Dallas go through 3 of the top 4 seeds in the West. They dismantled Minnesota and Oklahoma City and the Clippers. And then I see what Boston did, which was basically sleepwalk through a Jimmy Butler-less Miami Heat, no Spidey Man, no Jared Allen Cavs team. Did they get to play the Pacers? No Tyrese Halliburton. Teams that really can't finish. Like, I trust the Mavericks. But again, then you look at what the Celtics do defensively, and if you have Tatum and Brown and White and Holiday, this is a team that in the pick and roll, which Dallas loves the pick and roll, that can basically switch on almost anything. How are they going to get – who who is Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford going to guard? Because that's who Luka wants to go out there and try to pick on in the pick and roll. It's going to be a fascinating matchup. Some of these things that we're going to have to watch on the inline betting and see who's basically able to be efficient. Is Tatum able to sag off and basically guard? I mean, is he able to guard Lively or Gafford and get somebody in there to front him? Who's going to defend also Kristaps, and who is he going to defend? It's going to be a fascinating matchup. But the one thing that I do keep hearing is that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be the difference in this series. And the one thing I want to push back on is a lot of the experts, and again, I'm no expert. I'm just a dude who loves to gamble on sports and lucky that I get to talk to y'all. But I do watch a lot of sports. And I will say, I saw Oklahoma City, and I saw Chet Holmgren, and I know, again, he shot so bad in that series, but people keep saying that all of a sudden Kristaps is going to be able to pull Gafford and Lively out of the middle, opening it up for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Derek White to get to the rack and Drew Holiday and score at will. Oklahoma City has Shea. They have Jamal. They have Chet Holmgren, who is kind of like a Kristaps Porzingis, is he not? And I felt like Gafford and Lively were perfectly effective in that series. Did we not talk about how Oklahoma City was just forced to shoot the three that they couldn't get in the lane? If Chet can't make the difference and pull those guys out, why do we think Kristaps coming off a calf injury, a guy who's already struggled with his lateral movement, and now he's got a cat coming off a calf strain, all of a sudden he's going to be just have so much of a bigger impact than, say, Chet Holmgren did in the Oklahoma City series? I don't understand that. And I don't believe it. If you're telling me Holiday and White, Horford hitting threes are going to be the X factor, that Tatum and Brown defensively are too much. Because, again, Kyrie and Luka are not what make the defense go for the Dallas Mavericks. Is Luka playing better defensively? Yes. But it's not those dudes. Now, Tatum and Brown and Holiday, those are the dudes that make the defense great for Boston. It's not like they're protecting the rim and erasing a bunch of stuff because they have a Rudy Gobert back there. No, they can switch on anything. They're all long. They're all athletic. They can all guard one man-to-man. They can guard you one-on-one. They trap well. But I watched Oklahoma City, and I feel like they have some very similar styles to the way Boston is going to play them. And I watched Oklahoma City fail. And I feel like all that pressure is on Boston, where it is that Kyrie looks like he's just living his best damn life, man. Luka is just having a cold beer after the ball game, hanging with his dad, living his best life. And I will say, is there anybody right now with 20 seconds left on the clock in a tie ball game, do you want the ball in anybody else's hands other than Luka right now?
No, not at all. No.
I mean, I love Tatum. And Brown, shoot, he had the big shot in the corner against Indiana in that first game. Do you remember that, Junt? Mm-hmm. Big shot. By the way, again, Indiana, they're terrible. And it was a sweep, but damn, man, didn't Boston have to fight in that series? T.J. McConnell was a cute little player for the Indiana team. He ain't no Kyrie or Luka.
No.
In fact, tell me somebody on Indiana who literally mans up to what Dallas is bringing. Because I'm not taking anybody over there. Now, Boston, yes, what an amazing season. When you look at their numbers, they're number one in almost every category. Oh, look at their wins, their efficiency rating, their defensive efficiency, their offensive efficiency, the way they score, the three-point percentage. Their numbers are ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. I see them. And Dallas is also a team that who expected them to be here? Do you remember when they were the Western Conference Finals?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do you know who's still part of that team other than Luka?
Still part of that team. Was Maxi Kleber part
That's
of that team?
I was trying to think. Like there's like
maybe,
what, 2 or 3
yeah.
pieces?
Yeah, maybe.
And they're other than Luka, what's the big one? I mean, was Green there? Maybe.
What year was that? Because Green got drafted in 2020, right?
Yeah, I think that. Then he would have been there.
He would have been there.
So Green, Kleber, Luka.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw them lose and get nothing for Jalen Brunson. Did you not basically put the death nail in that team?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember last year when they got fined $750,000 because they basically they were tanking? I think they'd pay that $750,000 because you know who they drafted when they did that tank job and lost?
I don't remember.
Derek Lively.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'd pay $750,000 fine for Derek Lively right now. Go 16-16 in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And as much time as we've had off, Lively's head is going to be okay. And again, bringing over Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington, great moves. I do not look at this Dallas Mavericks team, though, as like some destiny they're about to build. In fact, I don't know how you're going to build a destiny in the NBA anymore. Denver Nuggets couldn't compete and do it and repeat. The Warriors were great when they were great, but they're on their downswing. Dallas, you don't sit there and think that they're the up-and-coming. You got Minnesota who's coming. Oklahoma City's coming. The Grizzlies are coming. The Pelicans are coming. Lakers are always going to be, talked about because they're the Lakers. I just feel like this is Dallas's time. And Kyrie and Luka are cooking.
I'm with you.
Are you – and the other thing is people also say, well, and also home court advantage. When has home court really done Boston any good?
Huh. That's a good point. It seems like they play worse at home almost.
It really does. It really does. So it's wild. And then game 1 tomorrow, 7:30 on the ABC. Right now, Boston is a 6.5-point favorite. Am I nuts for loving the Mavericks plus 6.5 in game 1?
I don't think so. No, I think it could be a close game.
Shoot, I think the Mavericks get game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. John, I've done the research. The players that, and double check me, players that are on the team right now, that were on the team in the 2020-21 season when they made the Western Conference Finals was Luka, Josh Green, Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell.
Oh, I forgot about Dwight.
And the last one, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Tim
Five
is
guys.
I haven't even mentioned Tim Hardaway in the postseason.
Yeah.
Because he also had been, when you're not shooting well and you're not getting on the court, ain't nobody going to be talking about you. His dad ain't even talking about him.
Huh.
His dad's doing the show with FS1 show, Carton.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw him a few times on there. It's not too bad.
Interesting.
Not too bad. But I will say one thing. I need to work on his style. I'm going to have to send him down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. He needs to go to Frontier Western Store. If you're going to be on TV, you need to be styling and profiling. And if you want to look good, because when you look good, as Deion Sanders says, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. That's why you go to Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road. Make your kids feel good in their children's department. They're going to go to school looking fly. Make your lady feel beautiful, because she is beautiful. Send her over to the ladies' boutique. They got her covered. Man, you want to look good? Yes, you do. Go over to the men's section. They got you covered. Plus, they got your feet covered because they have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. Western boots, work boots, dress boots, you name it, they got it. Frontier Western Store. And you can also shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. We're going to Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, Automatic Gates Construction Construction tailors custom gate solutions for all your residential, commercial, and industrial needs, including repairs, maintenance, and installation. Automatic Gates Construction specializes in designing and installing automatic gates and fencing that seamlessly blends security, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. Elevate the safety and efficiency of your property with a premium gate solution. Automatic Gates Construction at myautomaticgates.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many. Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Make your next grill your last with a Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Save money on fuel, eating out, and replacing expensive grills that cannot match the flavor of the Big Green Egg. Ready to cook in only 10 to 15 minutes with temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between with ease. Change your at-home cooking experience for life. Go to shop.biggreenegg.com.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. And in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I'm so glad a lot of people are out there excited about Dierks Bentley. Also, a couple ladies text me they're excited about Dirk Diggler. They still think he's coming. Ladies, no. It's Dierks Bentley. Wrong Dirk. I apologize. It is Marky Mark's birthday, though. You can shoot him a happy birthday. He's 53 years old. Some of the stupid things that I know because of the X is absolutely hilarious and also just lunacy. Now, we got to take a little time out to talk about some of the wonderful texts from the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line. Again, we got winners to Dierks Bentley, 901-360-825. Life is too short for ordinary jewelry. We were talking a little bit earlier about some WNBA, how we're not talking necessarily about the on-court sport, but we're actually talking about what's going on off. And you had Trinity Chandler, who basically hip-checked Caitlin Clark, and the whole world lost its mind. Like, oh my gosh! And I brought up when Myles Garrett almost killed Mason Rudolph. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do remember him ripping off his head and then almost killing him with his helmet. Do you remember that?
100%.
Like, it was crazy. Yet there was not near the outrage over Caitlin. And my man Randy texted me this. He said, "Thanks for bringing up the Myles Garrett incident, John," which was actually assault with a deadly weapon. When a rookie quarterback gets sacked, what's the first thing out of the announcer's mouth? "Welcome to the NFL, rookie." I'm confused. Are we supposed to treat women differently? Or are we supposed to treat them as equals? Help me out, Johnny. I can't help you out, Randy, because I'm so damn confused too. I'm telling you, I'm lost. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I think we have to take it on a case-by-case basis. Is that right, Dacus?
I think so.
You're the young person around here. Y'all are the ones who are the policing all the world.
Huh. Yeah, that's how I view myself every day. I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, today's the day. You police everybody. You tell everybody what they can and can't do. I go about my day and I tell you what you can and can't do, John.
Man, it's got to feel pretty powerful.
It is power. I mean, it's empowering. That's where, I always hear people throw that word around.
Drunk
it's very
with
empowering.
power.
That's one. I am constantly drunk with power, John.
Oh, my
That's why I don't
goodness.
drink, because I'm already too drunk with power.
I feel you on that one, man. I don't. You know what? I haven't. I'm sad to say this. Did you know that I haven't had a cocktail since Sunday?
Look at you, John.
Proud of me, aren't you?
I am.
I'm also proud of myself. But you know what I'm going to do? Not tonight. I'm not having a cocktail tonight because you know what I'm saving up for, don't you?
What's that?
Thursday, baby. NBA.
Oh, that's right.
Finals is starting, and you know where I'm going when I get off work? I'm going
Where's
to go
that?
to Buster's Liquor Store because I'm going to get a big old fat bottle of Tito's. I'm also going to stop by their butcher shop and get me a big old T-bone steak. I'm having Tito's and T-bones, and I'm going to T-bone BetMGM when I'm gambling. It's going to be a good night. Again, you want to have a good night Thursday night, stop by the local liquor store and get you a bottle of Tito's. It's the best spirit around. It's American vodka. It's 100% gluten-free, 100% made from corn, and it's 6 times distilled. Then they still it in classic copper pots. It's a very old school method, and it gives it a unique flavor, slightly sweet with a black pepper note. Balances everything out whether you're crafting a cocktail. Remember, Tito's, no frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Tito's handmade vodka. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Oh my goodness. Another text came in and I think it's pretty good. It said, John, you mentioned the ISS, and that's the International Space Station, correct?
Oh, yeah, I saw this text.
Actually, the ISS isn't in space. It's in lower Earth orbit. What the bleep? I thought they were in space.
Well, it's like, I consider it space because it's not on Earth, but it's like not. It's still like in the atmosphere, I guess. Maybe I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but it's like not technically space. I know exactly what he means.
My man says if you want a comparison, the Apollo and the space shuttle missions, they flew in space, but being in the ISS would be like driving around your own little block.
Yeah. For those guys, at least. I mean, for us, it'd probably be like, holy cow. But yeah. How about
I'm so
that?
confused. Did we go to the moon or not?
Depends on who you ask, John. Depends on who you ask.
So why can't we get through this damn field they talk about? What is this thing they call it? The Van Allen belt? Why can't we get through the Van Allen belt?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what the Van Allen belt? It's like a big old thing of radiation and like rocks or something.
Oh, okay.
And they say that we can't get there to the moon because of the Van Allen
Oh,
belt.
so
We
these
can't
are
get through it.
the people that say that we haven't been to the moon.
This is according to my friend on the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255.
Interesting.
But no, sorry. Oh, the reason I guess we brought this up is because one, text, and two, Boeing.
Yeah, our boys Boeing.
Like, bro, like they aren't doing really good with their flights. Did you know that like Congress has come in and said like, no, you can't be making 60 planes a day. You got to make like 60 planes a month. You can only make like 30 planes a month. That's like a plane a day.
Yeah.
Because y'all are like getting a little bit out of whack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then they're going to send a rocket to space.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't be trying to do both. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like almost like Tesla. He's like the Elon Musk dude. Remember?
Yeah.
He used to have good cars. Then he started sending these things to space.
Yeah.
And now I heard like that Cybertruck's a piece of trash.
I actually saw a Cybertruck the other day, and I was actually kind of excited to see. I was like, holy cow, it's a Cybertruck.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it's terrible at driving.
Yeah.
And it's ugly.
Yeah.
Like, I think we need to stick to doing one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can be Deion Sanders and be a two-sport superstar.
That's right.
Not everybody can be Bo Jackson, two-sport superstar. Like, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. I agree with you, John.
Now, we were talking a little bit earlier about the whole situation with gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had some gambling stories, break recently.
Okay.
And I told you about Jonte Porter's situation and about his man, Bruce Pham, who is the person that talked with Jonte Porter about, Jonte Porter's like, yo, man, I'm going to leave the game early, like 3 minutes in, you bet all the unders, and you're going to win because I'm not going to score any points. I'm not going to have any rebounds. I'm not going to have any assists.
Right.
So he does that on January 6th. Bing, bang, boom. Man makes tons of money, $1 million. He's been suspended for life. All this stuff comes out. The court system, they go and get this guy, okay? Bam, they fly in there and they get this Bruce Pham dude who was flying to Australia. So, like, the courts are, like, really trying to, like, make sure they put a little hush-hush, you know what I'm saying, on the NBA betting scandal. MLB seems like they're trying to protect themselves, don't they?
It does seem like that, John.
They're like, yo, man, let me throw out a bunch of nobodies, throw them in front of the bus, let the bus run them over, plow over them, and we're going to save, Shohei Ohtani and all the other people who are doing bad. Kind of feels like that, right?
It does.
And then I woke up this morning and also saw something that I had no idea was going on today. And I really started to think to myself is, like, Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, like, bro, y'all are going to have to take a page out of, like, a politics playbook, okay?
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know if you know this, but remember, I told you earlier, no news is bad news. All news, even if it's bad news, is good news, right?
Okay.
So, like, the whole no news thing about the Shohei Ohtani and Ippei stuff, them kind of, like, sweeping under the rug, is actually bad for baseball. They need to bring this to the forefront.
Okay.
The Jonte Porter, bring this stuff to the forefront.
Sure.
Why? Look at the political system.
Okay.
They just tried the President Trump dude in New York, right? 34 counts.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up and did you know that they're putting the crackhead Hunter Biden, they're charging him with something too.
Is that right?
Now, I don't think either of these guys are actually ever once going to see the inside of a prison. I feel like this is like the WNBA. These are show trials. By the way, though, the whole crack pipe thing situation, did you hear what Hunter Biden's superpower was?
No.
He says he can go to any city, any corner of the earth, and his ability to find crack is a superpower.
How about that?
That is wild. So we got one dude who's like, son's buying crack, and then we got another dude who's hanging out with porn stars. Tell me politics and sports aren't just one and the same.
Well, that's a good point, I guess. John, I have another story. I have several stories, but I'm going to save some of them for another day, a rainy day.
I would say I'd rather be with a porn star than a crackhead, though.
Probably. I think that would probably be the answer. If I had to choose.
I would have to say, though, you would probably find a lot of like rich crackheads probably hanging out with some porn stars.
Sure. So yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go that route. There was a northern snakehead fish caught in Missouri. Are you familiar with a northern snakehead fish? It's going to be the new fish of your nightmares. It certainly is for me. This is a fish that can grow up to 3 feet long with, quote, python-like coloration and patterns, and has a head that, quote, resembles a snake. So the back part of it looks like a fish. The head of it, John, is more pointed, looks like, and has snake eyes, kind of, looks like a snake. The guy that caught it left it on the pavement for several hours thinking it would die, but it never did because this snake can live up to several days out of water and can even slither on the ground to get back into the water. It has a large mouth full of pointed teeth. And John, the state of Missouri advises people if they catch one of these fish, they should not release it back into the water. They should either kill it or put it in a plastic bag so that the state troopers or state wildlife people can come and kill it for them.
Where is this snake at?
Missouri. No, it's a fish, John. It's not. It's a fish.
This doesn't sound like no fish to me.
Yeah. It's like native to like
this sounds
Asia and
they
Russia.
Just brought him over here.
I don't know if they brought over here, or if they somehow migrated here. Big ocean, John.
All of a sudden, a little fish in the lake just swam across the damn ocean and then hopped in Missouri Lake. I don't think so.
No. It was in a river. He caught it, and this is one of the few of this. I guess it's like it's a group of snakes. Like there's or a fish. You're getting me to start saying snake.
Sounds like that fish is a T. It doesn't know if it's a snake or a fish.
Maybe you're right. But this is like one of the rare ones that can live in like American climate and water climate and stuff like that. So yeah, and apparently Missouri wants no part of it because they're telling people to kill it by either chopping off its head or gutting it.
Did you know that a chicken lived for like 8 days without a head?
Is that right? Well, maybe this fish is the exact same. Who knows?
I mean, I don't understand how a chicken can live without a head.
How'd the chicken cross the road? Or why'd the chicken cross the road? Jeez, I already messed it up. I'm sorry.
It was to get to the other side. Did you know, speaking of T's, did you hear about the NFL? Did you know it's Pride Month?
It is.
Did you know that there were 10 NFL teams that decided that they did not want to put out a message for Pride Month?
Dallas Cowboys, one of them.
It was the Dallas Cowboys, one of them. The Green Bay Packers, New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons, Kansas City Chiefs, Tennessee Titans, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what they said? They said I can't put out the whole pride thing because the T situation is confusing. They're too confused. And what happened to you just now? Did somebody shoot you? Did you take a stray bullet?
John, have you ever stubbed your toe, like walking around the house without shoes on?
I mean, of course. Yeah, everybody stubbed their toe.
I just did that with my finger trying to turn my microphone on, and it hurt really bad. So I had to get up and stomp my feet a little bit, throw a little tantrum.
Is it your left or your right hand?
My left hand, John.
You're gonna be all right.
It's my left middle finger, actually. You want to examine it, John? There you go. You can examine it for me.
That was actually pretty good.
Thank you. That wasn't all a build up for that joke. It was just happened to happen.
Do you know Kim Kardashian?
Kim K?
She says that she knows that she's got an annoying voice.
Well, at least she knows.
Well, at least she knows. But
my girlfriend still doesn't know.
Oh, I hope she doesn't listen. You're lucky, because you would be in some deep trouble if you said that and she found out. Now, I don't know why I brought up Kim K and her annoying voice. Oh yeah, I do. Just because I just like to bring up Kim Kardashian once in a while.
You do. Whenever there's a Kardashian story out there, you do like to bring it up.
I can't believe my favorite Kardashian is actually now a Jenner.
Wow.
And it's actually now a woman, technically. Or no, I don't know. Not technically. Like, did he cut it off?
John, there's some facts about people that I just would rather not know, and that's one of them. But I can look it up for you.
We're talking about Bruce and who's now
Does
Caitlyn.
Bruce
But here's the whole main point. Do you
penis?
know how Kim Kardashian got famous is the reason I brought her up. It wasn't because her talking is annoying. Let's be real. When she speaks, she has an annoying voice. She's kind of annoying, but she's very famous. It all started because she did a Ray J video. Do you remember Ray J?
Yeah.
So she did a little video with Ray J, and Kim Kardashian became super famous. Now, the Oilers girl, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
We only know her as the Oilers super fan. She is the woman who I think everybody now is rooting for the Edmonton Oilers to win the Stanley Cup because they want to see her tatas again because they were basically perfect. Were they not?
John, how many times have you watched the video?
Many a times. And I'm being honest with you. Like, if Michelangelo was to, like, you know how he did the Sistine Chapel? If he was the dude who was set about to, like, make the perfect rack.
Interesting.
I think her rack would be used for Michelangelo to, like, to sculpt. Well, she's now the Edmonton Oilers super fan. Showed her boobs, who's now famous. By the way, over 61 million views.
Wow.
This week.
Holy cow.
This week. She's got over 150 million views of her tatas since it's happened, okay? So, of course, there are people out there who are kind of smart. The porn dude reached out to her and offered her $150,000.
Is that his name, or is it just a porn dude, or is it the porn dude?
No, it's a rep for the porn dude. The porn dude, it says, is an adult website that snares millions of views a month, blah, blah, blah.
Never heard of it.
I haven't heard of it either. Hey, they're trying to get their name out there, okay?
Sure.
The porn dude.
I mean, good for
him,
him,
I guess it's like the dude, from...
Certainly making more money than I am, so
you know what movie I'm thinking about?
The what?
The dude. He likes Kahlua milk.
don't know
and
what you're
vodka,
talking about, John.
White Russians,
I
the
have
Big
no clue what you're talking
Lebowski.
about. Okay, I've never seen
Somebody
that
out there
movie.
is in their car screaming the Big Lebowski.
Never seen it.
And they're thinking to themselves, how dumb is this producer? We understand why John doesn't remember.
John, if that's the first time they've had to question that, I worry for them because I question it every morning.
But so they offered her like $150,000 plus some, other, like they're reaching out to her. They're trying to reach out to her. But here's the whole situation. The girl who has the perfect set, the perfect rack, the perfect tatas, the Oilers fan, the porn dudes offered her $150K. Cam Soda has offered her over $100K. OnlyFans has encouraged her to create an account. The problem is, all the people out there in the world can't figure out who this girl is. Her identity is still unknown. I think this is a good thing that nobody knows her identity.
I'm shocked that nobody knows her identity.
All the people who are little sleuths, they say the people in Canada that know her will not reveal who she is.
Interesting.
That's kind of nice on their part. You know what I'm saying?
It really nice.
Those are classy people. But I'm kind of curious. Does she realize that she's getting offered six figures? Like, she's already shown them once.
Like, do you think people are hiding this from her?
I doubt they're hiding it from her. I mean, I just feel like this girl right now, I think she's as popular as Caitlin Clark right now. In fact, I answered my own question, and it took me till this segment. I said, who's the most popular athlete on planet Earth right now? It is Caitlin Clark, because she's an athlete. Who's the most popular fan on planet Earth? It's the the Edmonton Oilers fan girl. Agree or disagree?
I would agree. She's definitely very popular right now.
Well, anyway, if anybody knows who she is, hit me up at Johnny_radio on the Twitter. Text me at 901-360-8255. Let me know who she is. I'm going to reach out, and if we can get 10% of her future earnings, I think this is a good investment.
Maybe she could be the first star for fans only when we start that.
I need to reach out to her.
And
because
then
I'm launching fans only.
Exactly, and that would be a great boost, John. Because like you said, everyone else trying to reach out for her. She can really make her name on fans only.
My girl has been viewed over 150 million times.
That's what you need, John. I'm just saying.
That's just to me amazing.
No, it is something.
You know what it proves?
What's it prove, John?
Ain't nothing better than a nice rack. We're back in Two Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Owner of Five Ash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Five Ash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports X and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio, hanging out with Bryant Dacus. One person texted in and said, how in the hell Dacus not know who the dude is? You never seen The Big Lebowski? I should make you watch that. Like, as, I guess, your boss. You know what your job is tonight?
Uh-huh.
Take your girlfriend and make her watch The Big Lebowski.
I'll see what I can do, John.
Good luck. I want a full report on it tomorrow.
Maybe I do it tomorrow. Then I have a tea time at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. So I don't know how many movies I'm going to watch tonight.
Wait, you're going to play golf before you come to work in the morning?
Yeah, we're going to give it a try, see how it goes.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. It was more Connor's idea, but he convinced me.
Nice. Now, there's some things to bet on tonight. Not really. There's baseball. I'm just going to be honest. I don't have a great feeling about baseball. Speaking of hockey and the Oilers, girl, is there hockey?
No, sad.
But you're about to learn a lot. Rick's Powder Coating, for all beautiful finishes every time you want Rick's Powder Coating. They specialize in automotive. And what I'm saying is you can drive your car out there. You can drop it by, bing, bang, boom, and they will take off your wheels, powder coat your entire wheels, put them back on your car, give you an alignment. They'll do everything. Also, let's say you got some patio furniture. See, I did this last year, and I'm kind of mad at myself. I wish Rick's would have come to me a little bit early so I learned more about powder coating. You know, powder coating lasts a long time, and it is a great-looking finish. It is awesome. You can get them in any colors, but it's what lasts. I got a bunch of patio furniture that's outside, and you know how, like, it starts to chip, and then the paint comes off, and it starts kind of looking nasty. You take that old patio furniture that could have been in your family for 30, 40 years, you take it out to Rick's, bing, bang, boom, you'll be surprised. It looks brand spanking new. It is unbelievable. They can powder coat anything that's metal. They're locally owned and operated since 2002. Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. Give them a call, 901-367-2771, or go to rickspowdercoating.com. 901-367-2777, or go to rickspowdercoating.com. Let them take care of all your powder coating needs. And again, I'm definitely taking my patio furniture out there. You should probably do the same. Now, go out there like in October, by the way, and take it. That way you use it up this year. You take it out there in October. You get it back so when the new year starts, bam, you got brand new furniture. Also, Father's Day is coming up, isn't it? You got something your dad loves, take it out there and have it powder coated to make it look brand spanking new. Now, we got to win some money. But I keep looking at this card and I don't like it. Is there any WNBA games that you're betting on today, Dacus?
No, I think we won last night. I think we might call that quits for the WNBA for this week.
Man, dude, I keep looking at one game, and the only reason I want to play it is because of you. It's the Mariners. They're playing the Athletics.
Oh, the M's have looked good this week.
The M's have looked good. Gilbert is on the bump. Estes is pitching for Oakland, and he's terrible. And I'm getting Seattle minus 150, or I can take them plus money minus 1.5. Let's go Seattle minus 1.5 for Dacus. I'm Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Summertime's finally here, and that means it's time to party. Lucky for you, Family Leisure is having a summertime to party sale. Now, what's all included in this party sale? Practically everything.